name's Rachel Misson and I play the flute in Leamington Sinfonia. I've been with Leamington Sinfonia for 20 years now, so one of the older members. And I love playing orchestral flute music. It's where the flute really demonstrates its different capabilities. The best thing about being a flute player in the orchestra is that sometimes you're a soloist and at other times you're just a member of the team. And I really like that contrast. I think you have to, as a wind player, you have to be up for playing solos and you have to like that exposure. But it's also incredibly rewarding to be part of the team. This is the C flute. This is the normal flute that's played in the orchestra. It has a range from middle C on the piano going up 3 octaves. I will try and demonstrate, but it gets quite shrieky at the top. Okay, so this is a Tibetan flute that was given to me by a member of the orchestra actually, and it's just an example of a very simple flute. The flute is different to all the other woodwind instruments in that you blow across the hole rather than into it. So this just has 1 hole to blow across and 6 holes for your fingers. And this is really how all the old ancient instruments were. So I'll just give a little demonstration of the kind of sound it makes. It's also very easy to bend the pitch on this, which gives that sort of oriental sound. Okay, so moving on to the alto flute, which is my favourite of all the flute family. It's not very often used in orchestral music, but I've chosen an example from Holst the Planets. It creates a very mysterious kind of sound in Neptune, the mystic. Okay, so this is the largest flute that I possess, which is a bass flute, and it's often used in flute choirs. It's not an orchestral instrument, it's used in flute groups. So there isn't an orchestral excerpt to demonstrate, but I've chosen the elephant from Saint-Saëns' The Carnival of the Animals. This is played normally on the double bass. I'm going to play a bit of Rossini on the piccolo now. The piccolo is the tiniest of all the orchestral flutes, and it's often used to bring very high-pitched colour to the orchestral sound. I think my favourite orchestral experience is Dvorak 8, which has the most luscious flute part. And this is just a little example from the first movement. So we start with a very simple G major arpeggio, and then the flute takes the whole orchestra through all the different harmonies later on in the movement. I just love that feeling of directing the orchestra inadvertently through the flute solo.